up here kind of going out, and you know, we have to be ready and willing to engage in between now and August in a new kind of fishing program, fishing for votes. And it's not catch and release, everyone, it's catch and keep, right? So are you ready to go out there and do the work to catch and keep? We need to get those voters and catch and keep them. Well, I am so proud to have your endorsement. Thank you so much. We had a great convention in Duluth, didn't we? And I want to thank you for making that a great convention. It was awesome. We are bringing the message of the DFL and our campaign to every single corner of the state. You will see us this week in Rochester and up on the Iron Range. We will be everywhere where voters are, and I'm so glad that you are here with us today. Now, I want to introduce to you someone who is very important to me, and that is the next Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, John Gunyou, is my choice for Lieutenant Governor. I believe John is the right choice for Minnesota. Lifelong public servant. He is a veteran. He served our country. He's a former middle school teacher, which is probably as hard as being a veteran sometimes, having a middle schooler. And you know, John has earned his reputation. His reputation as an expert in public finance in the state of Minnesota. He was Don Fraser's finance director in the city of Minneapolis. And of course, you all know he went on to serve Arnie Carlson as the state finance director and really grew his reputation as someone who would always tell the truth about our state budget. We know how important that is because we need to be able to regain that budget stability, don't we, DFLers? To do that is to keep our promises. To do that is to keep our promises to strong schools, to a vibrant economy with jobs growing in this state again. And to do that is to create safe communities all across this state and making sure that people have the health care that they need, that all Minnesotans have the health care that they need. That's what we're going to do for Minnesota, and that's why we need your help, both today and going forward. At a young age, Paul Wellstone taught me. He taught me that you don't have to have the biggest checkbook to be the winner in the DFL. What you need is people, and that's what we have right here in this room. We have the connectors and the people to be able to win this race. Minnesota needs a people-powered campaign, and that's what we're going to do together, aren't we? We're going to do that together. The people-powered campaign. We're going to win this race, aren't we? We're going to win this race because I can't write my own check to finance this campaign. We need the people power to be able to do it. Knocking on doors, door by door, county by county, voter by voter. That's how we're going to win in November, and that's how we're going to win in August. So we need to stand up together, DFLers. We need to stand up together to win. Stand up together to do the work, to make sure that our education system is going to be the best for our kids in this state, that we're going to have the best healthcare system, and that we are going to regain that fiscal stability. Now is the time for new leadership, isn't it? Now is the time. Now's the time to change. Now's the time to elect a DFL governor and a DFL lieutenant governor. I give you John Gunyou.
Thank you, Margaret. Thank you so much. And I'm really pleased to have the opportunity to be here to meet all of you. Actually, it's a few familiar faces, and it's nice to see those, and I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. I know what you're thinking, and I wanted to start out by what you're thinking. You're thinking this guy's a rookie. Of course, Joe Mauer was a rookie at some point, too, in his career, I'm sure. This guy's a rookie. He's never been in politics, and I wanted to tell you, actually, I have run for elected office, and I have never lost an election. I was elected president of the student council in high school. a probably 2-day campaign, I think, in that case, but I want to tell you, I don't plan on losing this race either. As many of you know, I've been a persistent critic of the Plenty administration for a number of years. But with my jobs, I always had to temper those remarks, well, somewhat. I guess I was a little more outspoken than some would have been comfortable with me saying in those days, but I have to tell you that I'm very relieved to be among those Minnesota Democrats exposed so that I can openly fight for DFL values. I view my picture on that website as a badge of honor. I firmly believe that Tom Emmer would be an utter disaster for our state. And I think we need to paint a very clear picture of the consequences of 4 more years of reckless Republican rule. I was reminded as I was driving up here today about an old Twilight Zone episode, and I see enough gray hair in the audience that I think a few people do remember the Twilight Zone. And where the fellow wakes up, and he wakes up to a world of potholes and shuttered schools and soup lines, and that's not the world I want to live in. That's not the Minnesota I want to live in, and that's why I'm standing up with Margaret. Tim Pawlenty's meat cleaver budget tactics have undercut working families and hurt students, and I'm incredulous that Tom Emmer wants to cut our public services another 30% on top of what already has happened. We cannot let that happen. It's time to renew the promise of Minnesota, not only for Minnesota, but for the 5 children that I've raised here and the children that they will raise here. Margaret must be and will be our next governor. Minnesota that Margaret and I both believe in includes strong schools, good jobs, a sound infrastructure, and social justice. It's what I've been working for my entire life, and I hope you'll join us in that fight. Most of all, Minnesota needs a governor who cares about them again, who cares about us more than he does about his national political ambitions. We need a governor who understands our dreams and our challenges. And frankly, I think that leaves out our primary opponents. Unlike them, Margaret and I have always had to work for a living. We have walked a mile in middle-class shoes. We need a governor with the courage to do the right thing. I was interested when I saw that one of the campaign talking points, they give me, things I'm supposed to talk about. I tend to be a little independent, so I doctor them up a little. In fact, I'm sure Matt is wondering what I'm saying right here today, because I usually float through a few things in. But it was interesting about doing the right thing, because the motto of every organization I have ever managed has always been do the right thing at the right time and the right reason. In this election. And that's why I'm so honored to have the chance to once again serve our state. I'm excited to hit the campaign trail and stand up with Margaret and to stand together with you as we work to renew the promise that has always been Minnesota. This is a winning campaign. I told Jamie before I came up today that I haven't been this energized in years, but we're going to have to do it together. Hand in hand, voter by voter, door by door is the way we're going to win this. And we cannot win without your help. And let me promise to you today, I have never taken a pledge other than to support schools, and my second pledge is that I will be there for you when you need me. And I hope you will always call me if you need help in any of your own areas. Whether you're running for office, whether you need people to turn out, if you want to get a group together of veterans, seniors, teachers, cities, unions, businesses, I will be there to help you. I'm looking forward to this campaign, and most of all, I'm looking forward to the better future that we will build together for all Minnesotans. Thank you so much for coming.
Members of the Central Committee, we have a formality that we need to satisfy. Under the rules of the State Convention, which adjourned without endorsing a candidate for Lieutenant Governor, only the endorsed candidate for Governor has the right to nominate a candidate for Lieutenant Governor. Margaret Anderson Kelliher, our endorsed candidate for Governor, has nominated John Gunyou as her running mate. Now, under our rules, it provides for a written ballot, but the chair will be willing to entertain a motion to suspend the rules. Wow, you don't know what I want to suspend it for. Let me think for a minute. I'm going to have some other stuff in mind now. The chair will entertain a motion to suspend the rules and endorse by acclamation. And I think I heard a motion in a second, didn't I? Yes. All right. This motion is non-debatable, and it takes a 2/3 vote. All in favor of suspending the rules in order to conduct the vote for endorsement by acclamation, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Nay. All right. Not unanimous, but I think the ayes have it. So the question before the body is whether we will endorse John Gunyou to be the next Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota. All in favor of endorsing John, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Nay. Not unanimous, but overwhelming. The ayes have it. John Gunyou is our endorsed